So we're doing a Hydroboost on a, I believe it's a 15.67 today, and drained out about 2 gallons of coolant. Figured because I'm gonna have to take the degas bottle out to get clearance to get the booster out. So next step would be go inside, remove the ignition key so we don't have to hear the ding, and then you go up in here, take out the 430. Wow, somebody used a ground on that. Okay, and then we have to unhook. Oh, it's got that nice clip. Unhook the clip that hooks up the pedal to the Hydroboost, and get those 4 nuts out after we get the degas out. Disconnect battery. Someone done rigged up a terminal here. Should you disconnect the other side? Wow, both sides. Okay. Must have had quite the corrosion on it. Yeah. Get that off there. Boom, boom. Spread your terminal there a little bit there. Okay. Both positives removed. Remove battery. Couple ways to do this. You can I think I'm going to try to leave the air cooler here in place and just see if I can fish the degas out so I don't have to drain the secondary system. There she goes. Hold that up. Okay. So the tank actually unclips from the degas section. You just kind of lay there, take all your stuff out. Drained out like 2 gallons. It's just coming out of the bottle. It is full of sand. One more ball. We got lucky on that. All right. Okay, now we're loose. Pick her straight up. This doesn't use vacuum for the four-wheel drive, so we didn't have to unhook any of that. Okay. Now with that out of the way, we can definitely fish the Hydroboost out. Also, be sure to install this clip before you put the tank back in, otherwise you will have a fun time getting it on there. Alright, to get the brake master cylinder off, it's 14mm nuts. Try not to drop it. Okay. Kind of feel the back one. Notice it leaking, power steering fluid. Okay. These bolts, a lot of people freak out because they think they're spinning or something's wrong. It's actually threaded into this bore piece, and then your nut goes over top of it and slams it down. So these spinning by hand is completely normal. Really don't know why they clocked the clamp to where you can't get to it, but this is what they do. Kind of spin it around. There. Come on, baby. All right. Pulling out the big guns. Pretty handy little guy. Pull that off. Now what I like to do, if you ever want to drain this system, get you a Milton Mighty Vac, not a Milton, Mighty Vac MV7300. You can drain the system. Got to suck the whole reservoir dry, as you can hear. Pretty slick way to do that. The same thing applies to the 6.4, especially when you want to pull the cab. You don't make a lot of a mess that way. That's the way we do it. And then we pull the bottom power steering clamp off the this one and the 6.4, and it makes nowhere near the mess. Alright, those are 18mm, and I mean, I use 13/16, but 21 would be the right wrench. 13. Now your new booster will not come with these lines. You have to change out the lines before you reinstall it. These little plastic sealing washers always get you. Take forever. You can actually buy these from Ford. It is a serviceable item if you choose to replace them. You don't necessarily have to, because it seals on the nipple inside. So I think they just do that to keep the dust out. Alright, so for under here, now we go in the cab. This clip up here is a doozy. You have to, if I remember right, yep, okay, you pop it off the top, and the clip, you have to fish it out of this retainer, like so. Push straight up. With your clip. Do not lose the plastic washer and the plastic bushing, because your new Hydroboost did not come with that. Luckily this one stayed on the pedal. I don't know if you can see that little bushing guy right there. Alright. Go. That's all of it. Retrieve your nuts that fill, and we're going out. Okay. And out she comes. I mean, you know, if you sell a part and you know that the O-rings need to be changed, give them the damn O-rings, you know? Alright, these are 18s, just like the lines that connect to it. These have a flat-faced O-ring. I know it's got some flat face in it. Looks like her. And according to this is a number 4 tube O-ring. So in case you guys can't locate it, it is a number 4 O-ring. Righto, so right over there. Goes right in there. Clock you over. Small one goes on the top, bigger one on the other side. Make sure it's clipped in. This is supposed to be on that stud, so and it wasn't, amazingly, so somebody's had it off once, but click it on like that and then tighten the lines down, that way they're in the proper perspective, you know. Some of them it don't matter. This one doesn't look like it matters, but on some applications this rod is directional. I want to say on the older Fords it is, but the numbers are upside down on this one, so that's how we're going to duplicate it on this one. And we're ready to go back in. Alright, I'm ready to slide her back into the hole now. Ford actually gives you the foam gasket on there. I don't think others do. Oh, honey. All right, back into the cab. Your nuts. Oh yeah. Punjabi. Sorry if you guys can't see. It's just 4 nuts on here. There's the phone. Someone keeps spoofing my phone number to the shop, so people call back. Hi, who called me? Not me. Alright, got that phone call out the way. Okay. Pulled up. Alright. The 2 top nuts on it. Double check the bottoms. All right. Now. Okay. Slide the pedal. Linkage back on. Boom. Plastic washer to keep metal parts from touching each other. Retainer clip. Okay. clips on. Okay. Ugh. Booster is bolted on. Grab my plethora of tools I didn't need. Don't forget your flashlight. Alright, now that the booster is back in, bolted on. Another thing, every time you buy an aftermarket one, it usually does not come with this rod, with this retainer clip. You have to spin it, and there's a slot, usually. Oh wow, these don't even have the slot. Usually there's a slot where you spin this, and then it'll come out. But yeah, luckily with the Ford piece, you don't have to do that. So, when you buy the aftermarket ones, it's a little extra work. You might save a couple bucks, but the quality, in my opinion, just isn't there. Alright, so this now. Okay. Slide master back on. Take the line bracket, slide it on right there. That's the proper way. Wasn't like that before. Nuts for the master. There's some torque. Well, my battery's dead. Let me get you another one. Oh, yeah. She's alive. Probably twist my arm off now. Some torque. Okay. Again, remember the plastic washers, you don't have to have those, it won't leak. You can put them on if you want, but you do not have to do that. Okay. Lines are tight. Now the easier way to do this, since it's all back on, is clock this clamp to where it's facing out this way. And then alright, I lied, so I'm gonna get the old magic weapon out. This thing has saved our butts many a time. Just put her on there like so. Truth be told, I should have put this on before I put the master on, but you know, I ain't thinking. It's Monday. Lost an hour of sleep. Well, it's my excuse anyway. Okay, there. It's on there now. All right. This little doodad right here just clips it up and holds it off of the other lines from ribbon. Like that. Come on. All right. We can now put the degas back on. Now, to try to not make as much of a mess, these degas bottles, 6/4s 2 and 6/0s, they got baffles in them. So what's best to do is do this and tilt it. Do that again. Tilt it. We're good. Okay, we're in place. Just to be a decent guy, I'm gonna back out that battery box. But she nasty, man. She nasty. This is my trusty shop vac. My last one lasted me probably about 5 years. But let me just show you guys the inside. Oh, a little bit of everything in there. All right. She cries a little. All right, now that that's back in there, squeaky clean. We put the tornillos in there. Alright, got the fancy O-ring from FOMO Co. Gonna fish the old one out. See there, nice and flat. Would most definitely leak after I put it back on there, and he's, 100 miles away or something, so it's best just to change this O-ring. It's like 12 bucks like I was saying, so not a big deal. Just pop her right in, nice good lip. Pop her back on. Yahtzee. So if you're working on the truck and you're doing other stuff besides just a Hydroboost, I have literally refilled this reservoir probably 3 or 4 times. It'll go down to the minimum line, and then I'll just keep topping it off. That really helps to bleed it. If you're in a rush, you can start it and shut it off, let it run for like 5 seconds, and then just keep coming back and topping it off, and it should be fine. You can also dry pump with the foot pedal inside, and it will kind of push some of the fluid through it until it doesn't take fluid anymore.